Wow. Gutsy win, right? Back to back, no Chris. Guys coming in, play well. We were talking about campaign before, staying ready. Did a great job coming in. AJ was good. Those guys off the bench. Yeah, man, terrific win. Gritty, tough, against a very good team. So a lot to be happy about.
Can you just take us through kind of that final sequence with Dame, the thought to, instead of throwing it into him, have him inbound instead and
Yes.
get it?
So that's kind of one of the plays that, we want Dame inbounding the ball, touch it. They usually they don't deny like that, like they were denying Giannis the ball. And I thought it was just a head-up play by Brook to flash. The play was designed to hit Giannis first and get the hand back and Brook to set the screen at half court for Dame. But they were, denying Giannis. So Brook, man, heads-up play. That was the play of the game. So Dame hits Brook and gets the hand back, and, the rest is history. I mean, it was it was like we had the game and they stole it from us, and then, we took it back at the end.
I think you guys go down 6 to open up overtime. Can you just speak to the team's resilience to maybe not pack it in there? You mentioned.
Yeah, we had some really good looks. Prior to that, PC had an open look and then ends up hitting one of the biggest shots. Brook hit a big three. But I think prior to that, I think Bees, down the stretch had a great look. PC had a great look, and they just didn't fall. But we didn't hang. It went up 6. It was easy for us to throw in the towel, especially after a back-to-back. But those guys are resilient. So really good team effort. Probably one of our best wins of the season.
Couple questions about the end of regulation. You guys end up deciding to foul up 3 with 10.2 seconds.
Yes.
I think it is. Just take me through that.
Well, it's just we didn't foul against Chicago. We were up 3, so we just made it our rule, and that's our rule, and we sticking to it. We were up 3 against Chicago. We didn't foul. They end up hitting a 3, and we end up losing in overtime. So it's something that we discussed as a team after that, and we said if we get back into that situation or that position again, that we would just have some hard rules. We can let a little time. Fox was at probably a little further from the three-point line, but we didn't want to take any chances of them just, eluding us and getting a 3 up. So we said, hey, this is what we're going to do, and we stick to it together. All the coaching staff was in agreement. The players were in agreement. So I'll do that again 10 times out of 10. We're up 3. We foul, and we lucked out on this one as far as being down 6. But those guys kept fighting and found a way to win.
And then late, you guys inbound to Giannis twice. Just kind of what were you guys looking for? Who you're trying to find there for the free throws late to seal it?
Yeah, so the inbounding, first time we got it to Dame, and then if we can't get it to Dame, we put Giannis in the back, so we have an outlet. And Giannis has made his free throws. If you go back, he's made all of his free throws. He's not the only one that missed. Sacramento missed one, big one at the end. So, but I have complete confidence with Giannis and end of the game free throws. He's been tremendous. He's been great. And if anybody doesn't think so, go back and watch the film and watch the games, and you tell me. And he made a couple big ones too. I know he missed one at the end, but he's made some really big free throws for us, and that's something he takes pride in. And I have complete confidence because I know how hard he works on his game. I know how hard he works on his three-point shot and the free throws. And when I see a player working as hard as Giannis works, I have no problem with them taking those shots because I know he works at it. And I'll do it 100 times over. Giannis is a champion. He's a 2-time MVP. He has that NBA championship DNA in him, and I'm rolling with him.
Back to your game winner by Damian Lillard. You have a lot of options there. I know there were only like 5 seconds left, but you could have gone to Beasley or Brook or Giannis down low and go for the and one. Did he ask for that play, or did you?
No, I drew that up in timeouts. I wasn't expecting it to be 5 seconds. I think it was like 9-10 seconds. They threw it in to. Ideally, we wanted to foul. I thought the plan was to foul Sabonis, and I thought we fouled him a couple of times, but, they didn't call it. And so the shot clock or the game clock went down to around 5 seconds, and we ended up getting a foul. But that was the play for Dame to take it out, get a touch pass and get it back, and then have a lot of room to operate. And so, again, Brook made a really intelligent play. He's super intelligent player, winning player. He makes winning plays, and this was a total team effort. This is one of the better gratifying wins because it was off back-to-back. We were shorthanded, and we were down, and we didn't give up.
Malik Beasley, he had a good shooting night. What did you see from him?
Bees, he's having a phenomenal year. If you look at what he's shooting, almost 48% from the three, he's elite at what he does. And, I'm happy for a guy like him. And it hasn't been an easy role for him as far as sometimes I have him on the toughest player on the other side, and he's taking the toughest challenge. And he's doing the best he can. He holds it down. And is someone that Giannis and Dame and all those guys, they trust Bees on the floor, and they look for him, and we have to even do a better job of getting him some more looks because he's just shooting the ball at a high clip, and these type of games bring our team even closer. And I thought the last two games we're starting to find identity, how hard we have to compete. I went zone a lot this game, one, because it was back-to-back, and I wanted to conserve our legs a little bit. But two, they run their offense with so much pace, a lot of cutting, and then it ends up in Sabonis' hands anyway. So I thought the best thing was just get our defense set, keep Brook at the rim, and Brook was phenomenal. He altered a lot of shots. We were able to keep the three out for most of the game, but they did get loose toward the end, and that's how they got back in the game. But overall, I thought we played a really tough, smart game tonight.
A lot of really creative passes, it seemed tonight, particularly from Dame. I'm curious, how much of that is communication amongst the team, and how much of it is Dame being Dame or whomever it may be?
I think it's just more about the trust that we're building. It's just knowing where everyone is on the floor and knowing that there's going to be outlets. We talk a lot about our spacing. We know that, the Dame and Giannis pick and roll is going to command a lot of attention. And Giannis does a tremendous job of just finding, the open looks. He could literally do it every time, but he would never take a shot. He has to be aggressive most of the time. You can't just pass it every single time because it takes away of who he is, and he can get to the rim, he can get to the free throw line, and he's able to kick a lot of those passes out to open shooters. Case in point, tonight in overtime, he just spread around. B's got an open look. PC got an open look, and then he just, Dame and Giannis continue to keep trusting their teammates, and their teammates came through for them.
And then finally, just as we look into Cleveland coming up in a couple of days, the last time you guys played them in Cleveland, it was a late game rally as well. I'm curious, even though that was just a few weeks ago, in what ways have your team grown since that last matchup?
Oh, man, you taking me. I'm still on the high from tonight's game, but they're a very good team, obviously, and when they get healthy, they're going to be even more dangerous. I think we played them without Mobley. We played them without Gardner. But it's, Mitchell is tough. But when you're on the road, all the games are tough. All the games are tough on the road. They're in our, division. It's going to be a really a tougher game next time we play them. But let's enjoy this one, and then we'll get ready for Cleveland.
One last one on this game. Just Dame didn't have the best night shooting. Just what do you think of a player like him to have that faith in himself late in the game? He hits not just one big three, but another big.
Yeah, I mean, Dame has short-term memory with that stuff. If I missed my first shot, I never looked at the rim again. But Dame he's a shooter. You know, that's what shooters do. They believe they're going to make their next shot. He never lacks confidence. He has that quiet strength. He doesn't talk much, but when he does talk, you know, people listen. You know, he's a leader, and he shows it through his performance. But he definitely was vocal in the timeouts, especially in overtime, and throughout the game, because you know he knows how important games are like this as far as our team to bring us together. And I thought we were playing some inspiring basketball. So it would have been a shame if we couldn't have pulled this out, because I just thought that, you know, everyone contributed, you know, on the back-to-back. You know, there's times we're down, we got back in it. We were up 10, and I think, you know, Mike got thrown out, which, you know, is a good tactic because his team rallies. That's what happens a lot of times. You know, the coach makes a stand for whatever reason, and his team, you know, rallied around him, and they got it back in the game. But I think our team was the more resilient, you know, tonight, and I thought we proved that. Yep, thank you.